Well, hey Bill, this is Russ. I figured I'd take you up on your challenge, show you some of the terrain that I've been building for Mechwarrior, Age of Destruction. Been playing the game for about a year now, and I really got into it. It was pretty fun. I liked the scale, liked the strategy part of it. But then I started getting a little carried away with building terrain for it. Ended up building a big 4x8 sheet of ply, and I built a whole terrain table off of that. I ended up building a smaller, I called it my fast strike table, and now I got into the modular stuff. Now Mechwarrior, they have a certain size and shape to their terrains that they use. I went online and I found it online on one of the sites, and they broke everything down into hindering, blocking, and clear terrain. I've got some few examples here that I have done, and then I did a few on my own. Here, let me see if I can spin this around. These here are the templates I've made of the sizes that they, the light might be a little bright. This here's like one of the templates. This is a industrial park. This here's either a blocking or hindering. You can use it for an elevated terrain to size and shape. It's 9.5 by 4 3/4. These here are like an orchard. You can put like a tree. There we go. You can put like a orchard on it. You cut a piece of ply. I've cut some out. Here's one of the industrials. Just out of a piece of paneling. That's what I use to start my bases with. Cut a bunch out. These here are like industrial blocking. But I've cut a bunch of them out already. And sort of got into building a few of them. This here we decided to do some buttes. It's blocking with an elevated hindering, I guess you could call it. Not real sure how this camera is going to work. It's my niece's camera. But this here's some of it. It's all made out of foam. Textured it with walnut shells, crushed walnut shells. And then we flocked it. And this here's one of the elevated hindering. Made a little waterfall. Hoping this camera picks stuff up well. That way you can increase your venting. And again, it's all out of foam. Based it with a little walnut shell and then painted her up and textured it. The water is clear bathtub caulk. I don't know how well that will show up, but I thought it turned out pretty cool. And this here is another one. This here's not finished yet. This here's a blocking hindering. You only have one way to get through this, so you can block and choke your movements through there. That way there's a choke point. These here are like a forest pass through. There's that walnut shell, crushed walnut shell. It's a real nice texture. I laid in a few bits of gravel, pea gravel. My trees. Got to flock this piece yet. Here's a radar. Oops. Here's a radar station. It's a blocking piece, industrial. But it's just basically all it is foam and bits and pieces I found around the house. Paper for the dishes. I hope that shows up alright. Still gotta touch them up yet. Touch up the top of the building. But I printed out some windows I'm not sure how that one. Printed out windows off the internet, printed them on cardstock. Here's an old destroyed bridge. This was pretty fun to do. But this scale is fun. It is very forgiving. You don't have to do a lot of detail. You can suggest more than detail. Maybe the next video we'll run a battle report. My brother's pretty into this now. He's been playing for about 6 months. He's gotten pretty good. He's kicked my butt a few times. Well, hopefully this will do, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.